Hi guys.
Bye-bye, guys.
Hi guys.
What's up? We are back and Sherry will tell you what the video is for today.
Why, you don't want anything to do with it?
I don't really know what it is.
Okay, so he's a very reluctant participant in today's video. I'm just going to put that out there. A lot of you have commented and said you all want to know more about Vaibhav's label reading skills and what he actually eats and how he's really healthy and so on and so forth. So I thought I would do this video as a service to all of you and ask Sir all his secrets and put them out on the internet for the world to see. But he's like, it's too boring. No one's going to watch it.
Because all these secrets are already there.
So prove me wrong.
I've picked them up from the internet.
Prove me wrong. Comment and say, Vaibhav, we love you. Share the video.
Stop it. Now nobody's going to say that.
So basically, this is the video. It's about reading labels, the good stuff that Vaibhav eats to look so good, and let's go. Okay, so I've got my notes here. Are you ready?
What, this is going to be like a Q&A?
This is like a healthy podcast type situation because I have no contribution, so I'm just asking the question. Okay. First thing, why should you really read labels?
I am not an expert in any of this. I have gotten all this information off the internet. So I am not studying.
You're just a consumer.
Yeah, I'm just somebody who has interest in good nutrition. Why should one read labels? Because that's pretty much the only way you can figure out whether what you're eating is good for you or bad for you. There are a lot of companies out there, most of them, their sole agenda is to make a profit, right? And they end up putting things into their products which are not good for general public to eat. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only way.
So to avoid being misled, basically.
Yeah, because there are a lot of companies that are misleading us. Like, for example, a company that would tout itself as, oh, we are making this product 40% less fat now.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, okay, that's healthier, so let me go for that. But invariably, that product will have a higher level of sugar in it because they want to make it tasty.
Right.
Right.
Or like this one that say, it's got real orange, no flavoring, but then the other things could be like...
Yeah, because 1% will be real orange and then like 99% will be flavoring. So you can't figure that out just by reading the front or seeing the attractive colors and the fonts on the front. You've got to turn it and read the ingredients and then you will get a real picture. Give
us some tips on how to read labels, because I feel like, I know living with you, like in the last maybe 5 or 10 years, you've obviously become very conscious about this. Before that, you never read labels and stuff. But like now you do flip like the label. So when I tend to buy something for him, I'd like to check because I know he won't eat it if it's not really actually healthy. And if it just says healthy on the front, that's not enough. But like for people, how does it, like, how do you read labels, tips on, like, because it's overwhelming, right? Very often you read and you don't know what's good or bad. So how do you know?
But actually it really isn't overwhelming, you know. The first thing you would notice if a product has a lot of ingredients, it's not great.
So less is more.
Yeah, less number of ingredients, you know what is exactly in the product. And
yeah, this actually I've seen you say quite a bit. Oh, there's only 5, great. Like, as in,
so
like
you read it and like it takes you 2
and
seconds.
And also then you tend to know most of them. I think when they're less, it's like actual real proper
Otherwise,
food.
And also they sound like real things like cocoa powder or milk or something like that. Otherwise, if it sounds like INS 33 or flavoring this or red coloring, which is approved by the government and all that is not real food and real ingredients. So that's very simple to avoid. Like, you avoid products that have too many ingredients in them.
Okay.
That's one. And then also you look at the order of the ingredients. Like, the first ingredient that's written on the pack is actually the most quantity.
Okay.
Right? So, and so on and so forth. So if the first ingredient, say in a dessert or a sweet product that's claiming to be healthy, if the first ingredient is sugar, that's a lie, because then the most calories that in that product are coming from sugar. So you can easily decipher that that's not really great.
So the first few ingredients, you should obviously check those because that's the most. that you're eating.
Yeah, and also like if you're looking out for less number of ingredients in a product, then you wouldn't have to read too much anyways, right?
Correct. Now I've got a little test for you.
Yeah.
I've got some products that have come out of my pantry.
Oh.
And I
thought you were going to say I've got some products that have come out of my body.
No, just some usual things, like one is a snack which we tried on Shark Tank, one of our Shark Tank reviews, which I really like. Then obviously there's ramyun, which I eat all the time. So now go through the ingredients and tell us, like, put this into actual like practice for us.
Like if you look at this,
because I've never looked at the ingredients.
If you look at the ingredients, how many ingredients do you see here?
Quite a few, because there's the noodles and there's a base.
Soup base.
There's all
right? So there are about 35 to 40 ingredients.
Yeah.
There. And a lot of them don't sound like food products, like INS 327, INS 831. There is sugar, there's glucose, palm oil, soy, there's maltodextrin, which is again another name for sugar. So I mean, I'm not going to sit and read so much.
Yeah.
You're right. And that's why it's overwhelming. So you know that this product, if you want to buy, you buy knowingly that it's not really healthy.
Like how I know it's not healthy.
It's not healthy, but you want
like it.
So go ahead. I mean, that's your choice.
Okay. And
but
now
you're at least informed.
Is obviously a healthier option, right? Like I like these chips and they taste good and they're healthy.
Yeah. Again, I mean, straight away, like there are about 9 ingredients. So there's like amaranth flour, jawar, rice, potato powder. There is salt, sunflower oil, spices, and that's it. So this, I mean, clearly it doesn't take you long to see how many products are there and if they're all okay. Yeah, so I would have this.
Now that you've read my labels, I want you
I wish I had read your label when I met you.
I want you to give us some absolute no-nos. Like you read out some right now.
Yeah.
But I know there are some, like for example, palm oil. I know you read palm oil and you put a product down. Seedha. Like
that's
I know that.
Yeah.
That's a given with Webber. So like what are the few like that you can say are complete no-nos for you?
See, there are 2 really tricky ones and simple ones also. You got to look out for what kind of oil or fats that have been used in a product and what kind of sugar. Sugar can be in a product in under different names. Like there could be 40 different names for sugar. So sucralose, glucose, so many different names. So you got to recognize that that's a sugar also, because companies do that. Oh, there's only 8% glucose, but then there's 10% sucralose. So then it all adds up, right? So it's all sugar.
Right.
So sugar is something that you look out for. And oils. A lot of these companies use cheap oils, which are not really fit for human consumption. Because ours is a developing country, and in India, they get away with so much because the kind of products or ingredients they use in, say, Europe are way better.
These are banned in many countries.
Yeah. Like even if you compare products in America and Europe, you see the European products of the same company are much healthier than the ones in America.
You're saying like a proper universal, like a chocolate, for example, which is available all over the world and manufactured in different places.
They might use a good fat.
Standards
they might use a good fat in Europe, but in India or say in America, it'll be palm oil because it's sasta.
Right.
And then they peddle it off.
And then the chocolate becomes cheaper, and then
it becomes cheaper, and also it's cheaper for them to sell that to us. If the product says hydrogenated vegetable oil, that has a lot of trans fats in it. It's highly processed, so avoid that. If it says say sunflower oil, or some companies are mentioning now non-hydrogenated oil,
right?
So you could use that. So that's a better option compared to palm oil. Palm oil, just avoid.
Okay, up next.
What else, Sharazad?
Webber's deep, dark secrets are coming out, guys. These are the brands he actually loves and the products that he actually uses.
Let me just give some context. Like, I am somebody who eats mostly home food.
Yeah.
Okay. It's only during our videos is when I'm eating out. Usually I end up eating...
Or on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Usually I eat home food. Whatever staples that are there in the house should be good. So that way, 80% I end up eating clean food and when I step out, then I can just enjoy myself and have whatever. So 20% you can enjoy yourself and do whatever. You don't have to worry about that. So for me, the staples are what? Like in any kitchen, in our Indian kitchen, we have atta, we have rice,
Pulses,
we
salt.
have pulses, salt, we have
Spices.
spices. We have, like, for me, chocolate is a big ingredient. Like I eat a lot of chocolate.
So
I
we'll
do-
get
I
into
do
those,
supplements,
but
yeah.
first give us your favorite brand.
Off the top of my head, I can think of Organic India, Two Brothers Organic Farms, Mantra Organics, Organic Tattva. So most of them are like organic brands, and these are the staple.
I was just about to ask you that because I'm hearing a lot of organic. How important is it for the products to be organic?
I don't know how important, but I would say it's advisable. It's obviously just more expensive, everywhere to buy organic products. But I'm willing to spend a little extra on getting staples that I'm eating like twice or thrice a day.
Okay, now I'm starting with your products.
With my
Not
products?
your products, but the products that you use. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have some of them here. Some we'll obviously put, like, I guess, a cutout for you for
Okay.
whatever's not there. But if you can tell us the brand and why you like that in terms of your staples, because the staple thing, actually, I'll give you guys my example because you've encouraged me to do it in my parents' house as well, and it's a really easy shift. And most people don't
Yeah.
know. Like, my parents are not very healthy, like in terms of they like to eat a lot of junk, a lot of non-healthy stuff. And I remember you telling me that this will even make a 20% difference. It's better for older people. At least they're eating good oil, good pulses, good whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've even noticed, like, other than atta and stuff where they're like, oh, have you changed the brand? But
Yeah.
like in the staples, nobody has
Yeah, we
noticed
don't
or
notice.
questioned it. And
Yeah.
it's been a really easy shift. So I think that's a really good thing for people who are even not looking to be extra healthy, but even if you
It's
just
a
want
good
to eat,
change.
it's a good change
Because
to eat
the
healthier.
most we eat in India, like we eat from our homes, right? Like we are not like
Yeah.
the West where we just always order in. Speaking of atta,
No.
first product atta.
No.
Speaking of atta, this is the atta.
Which is Two Brothers.
It's
Or
Two Brothers, and it's Khapli flour.
what is Khapli flour?
Khapli, also known as emmer wheat. This is an ancient variety of wheat that we get in India. And it is not GMO, and this is organic. So it's a little expensive, but since I eat so many rotis in a day, I mean, I prefer this.
Up next, salt.
Salt, I don't have a packet here, but I use the Himalayan pink salt by True Farm Organics. Again, salt is in everything we
Right.
eat, so it makes sense to change that.
Then sweeteners. Now, this is a very tricky one because a lot of us like sugar and we can't cut out sugar from
Yeah,
our diet.
yeah.
And you're also someone who kind of likes sugar.
Yeah,
I think.
but it's an easy fix also. Like a lot of people don't know that if you get like desi khand,
What is khand?
it's basically less processed, has more minerals in it, and also the GI is a little low. Like GI is the index where how much glucose it spikes
Okay.
in your body, right, when you have sugar. So it's not like white sugar, it's much better. Then I also use honey.
Yeah.
So this is Organic India honey that I use.
Up next, oil.
What oil?
What oil is what you will be telling us?
Oil, we use the mustard oil from Organic India.
I want you to tap in a little on oil in general because I know mustard oil has a stronger taste and whatever
Yeah.
compared to the others.
Yeah.
And I remember you've recommended
Yeah.
groundnut and other cold pressed oils to me.
Yeah.
So what is that? In
I
terms
mean,
of,
it
like,
does have a little taste, stronger taste to it, but I think from up north, like in Delhi and, up north, we use a lot of mustard oil. You could use like cold pressed mustard oil, you could use groundnut oil.
cold pressed basically.
Cold pressed because that means that it's not highly processed, it's not been heated and reheated and then put into the bottle. So it doesn't have a lot of trans fats.
Okay, pulses and spices.
There are a few
So
companies.
this I think is a mix like you
Yeah,
get
there are a
from
few
all
companies.
the brands.
I
that
try to get
mentioned.
organic ones like this. This company called Pro Nature. There's Organic Tattva and there's 24 Mantra Organic. So this is like your ration that you get, like dal, your spices,
Now coming to your favorite things.
which is what?
Coffee, number one.
I usually get from this company called Araku, because this is one of the few brands in India that does organic coffee. And interesting thing about coffee is that coffee as a crop is the most sprayed upon. Like it has the most fertilizers or pesticides or herbicides sprayed on it. So it makes sense to get organic coffee. But the catch is that in India you don't have a lot of organic coffee.
There aren't a lot of
like when we travel to Korea or when we went to Melbourne, these are like coffee hubs, and over there every brand is organic coffee, right? You don't even need to ask. But in India, it's just very few.
Yeah, I still remember we went for an actual coffee festival or fair over here in Mumbai, and there was only one, which was Araku, which was the only organic one. I remember you asked each person, and they were like, "No, we're not organic." And
because it's more expensive to grow, and then also the quantity is less. So it's also logistics. You know, it's very difficult to give organic coffee to a country like India, which is so like populated. So yeah, if you can get your hands on organic coffee, then great. That's the best thing.
Your next favorite thing, chocolate, because you eat a lot of chocolate. Now, this is something a lot of you would be surprised by, because you think someone who's as healthy as you would not eat a lot of chocolate.
Why?
Because chocolate is equal sugar, whatever, for us, like normal people.
But that's the misconception. Like that's just candy. Like if you're talking about normal chocolate that you get at like your stores. So I try to eat dark chocolate, which a lot of people will not go for. Like you wouldn't go for it. And that's okay, but I prefer dark chocolate because I've developed taste for it, and this is the company that I'm into right now. It's called Paul and Mike.
And it's 87% oil.
It's 87% dark chocolate. It's really bitter.
Yeah, that would be like really bitter.
But it's yum. It's got like 3 ingredients in it. Like if you were to read the ingredients on this, how long will it take you?
How long will it take me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were checking my eyesight. There are only 2.
Yeah.
Pine flavor, cocoa beans and brown sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's it. Okay. And it mentions here no palm oil.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's very easy. Yes, it's like a little expensive, but that's the state of the world.
And Weber eats this every day, huh? Just mind you.
Yeah. I mean, I have to stop myself from not like finishing a bar in one go. But yeah, this is my staple.
Okay, last category. Now, this is something I think you've found from years of trial and error. Supplements. I know you have a lot, and we're not going to talk about all because we're not interested. Eh?
Yeah. Thanks. I don't know what we're making this video for.
No, as in I know there are many different ones you take, but like I want you to just highlight the main ones, because otherwise this will be like a 10-part series.
What are the main ones?
You like your protein powder and whatever else.
This is the protein that I've been using for the last 4 or 5 years. It's by Nutrova. It's a whey protein isolate. And read the number of ingredients on this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. But usually when you see whey protein supplements in the market, they have like 10, 15, 20 ingredients. And obviously, none of them are great.
And also, I think protein is something you've gone through over the last 20 years. Like I've seen you have all kinds of...
I've used all sorts of brands, and this is what I've been, I love this for the simplicity of it. It has no rubbish in it. So
no bad stuff.
And this other brand that I use for supplements is called Univate.
So basically, you do a lot of multivitamins and
vitamins
stuff.
And minerals and whey protein.
So how does it feel now that all your deep, dark secrets out on the internet?
Oh, this is not even deep, dark. This is like 1%.
Yeah, you haven't seen the real supplement shelf, guys.
You mean the cupboard?
Yeah, where I opened it and I was like, oh my God.
What rubbish? No, it's nothing like that. But these are the main ones that I've shown.
Like this is what normal people should have.
But what do you mean normal people?
Like this much normal people can have. Like you're on an abnormal level.
But listen, the caveat is if you're into it, then you have it. If you don't, like there are people who scoff at supplements, which is okay. Like if you don't believe in it, don't have it. But I see some benefit in...
But what about people who say palm oil is their poison?
Palm oil is their poison? Palm oil is a poison for everyone.
No, it's their poison. Like
meaning they chug on it, huh? They chug it every day. In the night they sit like, chalo, palm oil peete hain. Who are these people? So guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
And comment below with how amazing and helpful this video is and share it, because otherwise Weber won't talk to me.
And if you don't like the video, please don't comment.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
See you guys.
Bye.